Hello, hello, hello. This is Tom from Tom and Ruth Philippine Adventures. Something I was thinking about today is I have been here 3 years. Actually, yeah, I've actually been here 3 years. In May, I was here 3 years. It's been 3 years in May. It's a little over 3 years. And wow, time flies, doesn't it? I've been back to the United States 2 times prior, meaning I went back and got more things that I had, storage, things like that. Came here like with a load, came, and then got everything situated. I met my Filipina and decided, oh, okay. Went around, stayed here for about a month, and figured out if I wanted to stay here. And of course, I already had that in my mind anyway, because many of my friends live here. I have many friends that live here. It's been here for years. I mean, I have one friend that's been here for 20 years. Loves it. Been married to Filipina and been here. So it was easy for me to make that decision because I just got tired of all the rat race there in America. Get tired of, you're working, and me personally, I was working 3 jobs just to maintain a lifestyle, because I worked for a company for years, and you woke up one day and you're gone. They sold out. They went bankrupt. Things like that. So I found myself with, I had severance pay. How long is that going to last you? 6 months, 8 months? But I decided what I did was I went to, just got part-time jobs. This is the only thing they were giving. And ended up getting a full-time job the last 2 years and ended up being okay. And but still worked 3 jobs. I worked the front desk clerk on the weekends and the evenings, and then I did a full-time job, and then did another job filling magazines on and off in these stores, supermarkets, Publix, Winn-Dixie, Walmarts, things like that. But the reason I was doing this video, I've been here 3 years, and what can I say about the Philippines since I've been here? I can say that it's okay. Is it perfect living here? No, it's not perfect. Nowhere's perfect. But it was a pretty good decision. I decided to move here. The lifestyle is a lot different. It's a lot simpler. I wake up, and honestly, I wake up and go, what day is it sometimes? But it's comfortable for me here. It's easier. Now, the things I do miss, I have to say, I do miss the food. They have better food than America. It's not like you can go down and go get a roadhouse and get a nice steak. They have them here, but it's not as good. You have to go to Manila and get it, and then it's questionable. And you have to be so careful about your health here. I literally was coming down the stairs the other day after doing a video about my weed eater, and I grabbed a load of clothes I was bringing down. They were hanging up, and I actually fell down the stairs. Believe it or not, the stairs aren't that wide, but I actually fell down the stairs, hurt my back. Now I find myself with a hurt back. So you have to be so careful here. Now, where do you go? So I said, okay, I can go to the doctor. Well, you know what? It's not like they have a big CAT scan machine. They can do your back. So I just been fighting it out, just taking medication, and luckily no vertebrae or anything like that was damaged, or that I could notice, but it's just the muscles, and I'm okay. It's happened 3 days ago, and my back is healing, and I can get up and move around fairly decent now. I can't jog down the street, but it's okay. But I do want to say that living here is an experience that it's for me, it's easier. I don't have the stress and strain that I once had in some of the other jobs and everything else, and just living in America can sometimes be very stressful, because every time, I don't know about you guys, but every time I turn around, I'm getting a bill for this and a bill for that, and just, going down, I lived in Daytona, Florida, Daytona Beach, and just going down I-4, just going towards Disney was a nightmare. Going to Port Orange was a nightmare. Going to Palm Coast was a nightmare. Everybody in the world's moving to Florida. Every time I turn around, the place was packed. And then it got so expensive to buy. I sold my house, then I was renting, and then I finally realized the most simplest way to live is, excuse me, I had a spasm in my back, is to have RV. I lived in an RV. I bought an RV, bought a used RV, a 1985 Palomino. You drive it. It was in good shape, good tires, ran very well. Everything worked in it, gas, electric. Had no problem with it. Kept it for about 2.5 years, give or take, 3 years. Sold it more than what I paid for. So I came out 1,500, 1,800 higher than what I paid for it. I did some things to it. Didn't really have any major repairs to it. Oh, I bought a battery, 2 batteries. Other than that, everything was fine. I did have the oil changed in it, things like that. But it was cheaper living because you can actually live in an RV park. Get a contract. Best time to move in an RV park, depending accordingly, is when they renew their year. Because each park will start their books certain times a year. This park, I got really lucky. I moved in June. I got a set rate of $350 a month there in Port Orange. And I paid $350 a month, include water, everything but electric. And it had it actually had 2 swimming pools, about 12 showers, had all kinds of stuff. It was beautiful, beautiful. I couldn't beat it. So I lived there for $350, and then had my electric ran about 70, 80, something like that. So where can you live for that, right? So people say, oh man, how can you live in Philippines for less than $1,500 or $2,000? Well, I lived less than that in USA. Because I lived in an RV park. I had all the comforts at home. I had a queen size bed. I had a beautiful stove. I had an oven. I had a couch that pulled out. I had the captain chairs that flipped around and they rotated and you could actually recline in them. So the gentleman that had this Palomino really took care of it, and he actually did some enhancements. I had a big screen TV in the front and I had a TV in the back. Pushed the button and satellite. I mean, I was comfortable. I had air in the front, air in the back, but they only charged me for the one air, meaning I only paid for just nothing. Because what it was when I got there, I said, I just want a yearly rate. I want a yearly rate. She says, well, you pay 500 and something this month, 500 and something this next month. It's going to go down to 300. It's going to go down to 280. And then it ended up costing me about $350 a month on the average for the year. So some months I remember paying 200 and change, plus the electric. It was their way they did their seasons with the races and all the other stuff, because there's always something going on in Daytona. If there's not races, it's Daytona 500, it's spring break, it's the bike week, it's this, it's that. So I ended up being a very, very good thing for me. So I learned how to. I didn't live cheaply. I had everything I needed to survive there, and it was fine. I had picnic table outside. I had the canopy it rolled out for the shade. I mean, I had it all. I had my van. So when I sold it and all came here, I don't have the insurances on both anymore. I don't have the cost of the fuel on both anymore. I am purchasing an electric car. Go figure, right? I can buy me an electric car here for about $1,500, $1,800. I will do videos on that, start to finish, from I leave here to go pick up the car and come back. Now I say car, maybe a tricycle. It's actually going to be bigger than a tricycle. A tricycle's too small, but I'm talking, it's like 4-seat car. Not 4 seats, 4 people in a car. I'll show it to you. And so, but I kind of wanted to talk about this. I've been rambling on now for 10 minutes. And I know people don't like to ramble, but 10 minutes of me living here has been fine. It's been enjoyable. What I do miss more than anything else here, if I had a choice, would be the food. It's not like I can go down and get good lettuce. It's not like I can go get radishes if I want radishes. Or you can buy, the vegetables here are about 10 to 12 vegetables. That's it. If I go to Robinson's supermarkets or S&M, no worries. I can get all the vegetables I want. I can get apples and oranges and anything I want. Potatoes and Yukon potatoes. I can get anything I want. I can buy El Paso taco shells. I can get anything I want there. But I have to drive, 30, 40 minutes and go through checkpoints because I'm in Minden now and it's still under martial law and checkpoints. So you have to go through the checkpoints. Now, checkpoints aren't that bad as it seems. Sometimes I don't even get off the bus. I sit around the bus. You want, here's my passport. Let's go. And they come on the bus, check it, and it's gone. They make everybody get off. Well, I consider myself elderly, so I sat on the bus. So, but the advantages, there's many advantages living here. I mean, it's nice. I go get my wife cuts my hair, but I just get a haircut. It costs me 30 cents, 50 cents, $1 for a haircut. I mean, massage, shave, massage the shoulders, the back, everything. So it's like, and then what they do, they kick your leg out, and then the top of the leg. I mean, they really, for $1, $2, it's okay. I went to the supermarket the other day, spent $60, most I ever spent at the store here in the Philippines since I've been here. But my wife is doing cakes now, and she's baking cakes, and so I had to buy flour and all the other things, and she's doing pretty good with her cakes. I bought her an oven at my favorite place, Lazada. So now she's doing cakes. So thank you for watching. Please hit subscribe.